Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anytime you get to watch. This is your brother and friend Jojo of the Immense Media. Today, we have some videos and some press releases to get through. I mean, it's all about Africa. Now, there is something that I don't know how to really get used to it, because it baffles me a little. You know, back in the days when the West sneezes, not back in the days, even now, when the West sneezes, Africa seems to catch the cold. But why is it that anytime any African country begins to take back things that belongs to that state, takes back the things that they need to take back, the West would have something to do about it, trying to intimidate that country or trying to throw shade at that country, or they begin to plot and begin to put certain negative narrative into the media. I don't understand. I mean, listen, first thing first. So now, not long ago, Ghana was classed as one of the most peaceful and safest countries in Africa. I think we came third on the index of that. And in the world, we were at a good place as well, you know. Now, all of a sudden, America has released this, stating that warning its citizens that if they're going to fly into Ghana, they're going to travel to Ghana, they should travel with caution. We have loads of Americans that have settled in Ghana. You barely will hear anything bad from that country. Having said that, doesn't make Ghana a perfect country. Every country would have its own menace, will have its own stuff to deal with. America has its own. We get it, you understand, and things changes. In as much as not long ago we were branded as peaceful, things can change at any time. We understand it, but in a situation where when you look into things and you realize there is a little bit of a mischief in this decision that's been taken, then we need to look into it. Now, what am I talking about? Ghana shares border with Burkina Faso. We all know what Burkina Faso is going through, in as much as Ibrahim Traore came into power through coup d'etat, but he's doing fantastically well. I mean, the things that Traore has done in the last 2.5 to 3 years, there are a lot of democratically elected presidents in the so-called developing countries that may not have done a quarter of what the man has done, because the man realized that they could do better. And the democratically elected president, once again, is compromised, is influenced, and so therefore is not able to do things as it's supposed to be done. So now some other people had to step in to try and do things for things to be a bit better, if not for themselves, for their children and for their children's children. That is what Ibrahim Traore stands for. Hey, I don't know him in person, but listening to him, those are some of the narratives that he puts out there. So he realized that we do export tomatoes sometimes. We do export some of the cereals that we do cultivate here in Burkina Faso. What if we have factories to process these things? So we will only obviously not export the raw materials, but we will export the finished product, which I think is a brilliant idea. It's a fantastic idea. They need EV vehicles. They are putting them together. So he strengthened the farmers, giving them farm equipment. Factories are coming up. He paid the local debt so that the financial institution can operate the way it has to operate. This is what he's done, and it's obvious. These and many other things that he's done. It's apparent that the president of Ghana obviously stands shoulder to shoulder with Burkina Faso, and we share a border with Burkina Faso up and off. And so therefore, if America isn't happy with Burkina Faso when you stand shoulder to shoulder with them, then they begin to plot certain narratives against you. And as I said, this thing has been their tactics that they've been using for a very long time. After tarnishing your image, the next thing they start doing is throwing sanctions at you. So now at the back of that, when I started looking into it, I said, what are the major stuff that had taken place in Ghana that may have a little bit of a diverse effect on America or on parts of the Western Hemisphere? Then I realized that beginning of the year, there was a board that was inaugurated or constituted called the Ghana Gold Board, where they are the ones that are mandated to buy the artisanal gold in Ghana. The small scale miners are supposed to sell their gold to this board, so that one, they can regulate it and regulate it well and monitor the natural resources, especially gold that leaves the shores of Ghana. They leave legally, and then the country benefits as it is supposed to. benefit. So there is no illegal way of smuggling things out. In as much as you cannot have it 100%, at least you can do something about it. So now it became necessary that individuals that have licenses to operate when it comes to buying these gold from the artisanals and the small scale miners, once your license expired, they're not going to renew it. You can buy gold for export, but you can only buy it from the Ghana Gold Board. That is one thing that came, which obviously put some Westerners that were over there doing business that way, put them out of business. So obviously they wouldn't like it. Once again, the Ghana Gold Board thing that I'm talking about, I'm not the one saying it. This is their press release as well. This is what they said. So I'm not just quoting or saying anything anyhow. And then the second thing here is, I said when that had happened, Ghana was still branded as a very safe and secured country, right? So what changed again? Then boom, on the 26th of April 2025, His Excellency the President of the land, John Dramani Mahama, made certain pronouncements, and the pronouncement, I believe, ruffled certain feathers in certain quarters. Let us watch the video and come back to Jojo on it.
And of course, the last thing I want to say before I inflict my speech on you is the issue of leveraging our comparative advantages. The time has come for Africa to unashamedly take advantage of the natural resource endowment that God has given us. In the colonial era, we had colonial masters, we had no say. And so they mined the gold, they took it away, they developed the palm plantations, took the palm oil away, they took the diamonds away, took everything away. And when we gained independence, Nkrumah warned us and said colonialism might have been defeated, but we're entering the era of neo-colonialism. They don't need to bring a governor to sit here, but they still would, from wherever the colonial headquarters are, control your resources and be able to still derive the benefits as if they had colonized you. And that exactly is happening. Post-colonialism, we didn't have technology, we didn't have capital, we didn't have the human resource. And so foreign companies come and take huge concessions and they sign it off for a pittance, and they run those, concessions to the benefit of the colonial metropolis. Today, I think that in Africa we've developed the core of human resource that is capable of also taking advantage of some of these resources. We've developed the technology. We have the technology to be able to do whatever any of these big conglomerates are doing. And the capital is available in the world to mobilize, to be able to do the same things. And that is why recently we had a little issue which we have resolved with one of our mining companies whose lease had expired after 30 years. And it was our desire to take it over and use Ghanaian expertise to be able to also exploit that resource and let the benefits remain in our country.
Welcome back. As we can see, so basically, as he said, we need to take some of the concessions. Now, if you realize when he was talking, the whole agreement did not start off very well. This is why it did not start off very well. When they came in for renewal, and then back in the days it was 90-10, 10 to Ghana and 90 for the people, for that company. And they said, no, it's not going to be 90-10 any longer, but rather it's going to be 70-30. Ghana takes 70, you take 30. They didn't like it, decided to sue the country. As they sued the country, then the country decided, we are not even renewing your license any longer. You can go. We take the concession and then we exploit it as Ghanaians, and we benefit from it as we're supposed to benefit from. So that is the reason why we are now. So now you look at the first one is the fact that you stand shoulder to shoulder with Burkina Faso, that we are not very, very happy with. The second thing, you constitute a board which obviously affecting some people that are from our end doing business in gold. Because, I mean, help me understand that a country like United Kingdom would have the largest gold reserve in the world, and a country like Ghana would not have the largest gold reserve, where we come among the top 3 of the top gold producers in the world. So it only makes sense that we begin to take some of these concessions and exploit them for ourselves. You know, so once again at the back of America saying I travel to Ghana with caution, and then I stumble upon this gentleman's video, LBSC, who is a gentleman born and raised in the United Kingdom, precisely in London, who went to Ghana, had a fantastic time. Let's watch his video and let's come back to Jojo on that one as well.
Tell you about the safety in Ghana. So ever since I've been, people are like, is it safe out there though? How comes you're on your own? Ghana is one of the safest places I've been to. People wasn't asking me for things. If anything, they was looking out for me. For instance, if I had my phone or money hanging out my pocket, they'll be like, oh, be careful. But when I'm playing football, I'm leaving my stuff, my cameras, my phone on the side. Like near where I'm playing football, there's passers-by, and after I've played, my stuff's still there, not going nowhere. In London, you're advised to not even walk around with your phone in your hand, like being on your phone because of the snatchers. Everyone was friendly. When I was getting stopped by locals, it was to talk to me and just find out maybe where I'm from. So as for why people say Ghana's unsafe, they obviously haven't been. I don't know what they're talking about. 100% safer than London. Here you got to be looking over your shoulder. In Ghana, everyone's minding their own business, getting on with their life, living peaceful. So recently I heard Trump put Ghana on like the red zone for traveling. I've been to the States, been to Ghana, and I feel safer in Ghana than I do in the States, 100%. I'm even trying to think what I could advise you to be careful of when in Ghana, but there isn't nothing. Like, not one thing happened where I'm like, oh, that was a bit dodgy. So if you're planning on going Ghana, book that flight. It's safe to go alone, it's safe to go with people, it's safe to go if you're not from there, get on that plane. The amount of times I sat down with strangers and had conversations, they would invite me to come and eat with their family. Yeah, don't be listening to the news. Ghana.
So welcome back. So this is it. Now I think it's about time some world superpowers gets to know that those days that you can throw any narrative in the media, the traditional media, and it flies, isn't this time that we are in. If you watch my video to this point, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, press the post notification button so that anytime I upload video you will have a notification, and also share this video because we stand for Africa, for the unity of Africa, for the prosperity of Africa, and for Africa to be peaceful. We will use as much that we can, or as much as we have, to make things happen. So share these videos to friends and family, even to your enemies. You never know what might come out of it. We stand to build our continent because I think it's about time we block the influx, because once again we'll come to the West and work and we'll be treated anyhow, we'll be trampled upon and all kinds of stuff. As somebody one time said, we will come over here, work, we return to Africa no longer, and then we die. Because we come over here and just work ourselves out. Whereas we could stay over there and enjoy that which we have on our continent. No place like home. There is no place like home. When I go home in Ghana, I feel so good. Leaving is always difficult. I get depressed. But how do you do it? Because you're trying to build a certain life, a certain legacy that it doesn't seem like we have over there, or you can easily attain it over there. But it's only here. Whereas it is well and truly a lie. It's just a narrative. If we put ourselves together and if we do the right thing, we will be able to build Africa for Africa to become that which it has to become, rather than the way that it is and it's being exploited anyway, anyhow. This is so sad, but we stand to do that which we need to do. These are the factors that I believe has influenced America to throw in this negative narrative about Ghana. But that is not how Ghana is. Ghana is peaceful. Ghana is fun. Ghana is safe to travel to, as the gentleman said. So travel to Ghana and have your good time. Do not let your people politicize everything, throw out certain narratives that under normal circumstances not meant to be thrown out there, but they do, because obviously they have a mischievous agenda to achieve. It will not always wash as they expect it to wash. But at the end of the day, as I keep on ranting, I keep on saying, Jojo here, what do I know? But still, it is my take.